Hi, in this video I would like to talk to you a bit about the pros and cons of subscription licenses versus perpetual licenses as far as with software, for example, is concerned in the geospatial businesses. It's been a traditional thing within the industry that every software, controller software for throw stations in GNSS, or survey processing software, laser scanning processing software, everything is based off a perpetual license. And what tends to happen is people will either buy a perpetual license as a one-off, and then eventually they will renew that license for a fee on a yearly basis, or maybe 2 years after the software warranty has expired. Now that is fine. It's good because basically it means there's only a certain amount of capital investment that the companies are doing. If they need to invest more, they will invest more if it suits their business. So the cost control happens on a yearly basis or a bi-yearly basis, whatever it might be, if ever at all. That is good. Also, in perpetual, the software tends to be licensed either by a hardware key which you lock into a specific machine, or by a dongle. Or for some vendors, this will be in terms of a license manager application software, whatever it might be, a way to have some traceability through the license that the customer bought across to whatever computer or hardware is linked to. Now, so those will be the benefits of having a perpetual license. You buy once, if and when you decide to, you'll buy a warranty for it. But this mainly depends on having additional functionality that the customer might be interested in. And usually also what happens is the customer sometimes will not want to buy it because there's 20 new functionalities 2 years later, but he just needs one or two functionalities new. So this is also good, but what happens is from the people who develop softwares, this makes it then difficult to have a continuous stream of revenue, to have people that will continuously develop the software for the planet Earth of customers, and also people to support and train the customers inside said software. Which is why you'll see more and more in our industry, more and more software and maybe hardware changes to go into a subscription model. So on a subscription model, this ensures that the customer is paying on a yearly basis or a monthly basis a set fee, which is typically much, much lower than having to do a capital investment on a perpetual license. But basically ensures that one, the software will always be updated. So whenever there's some releases to fix bugs, there's a guarantee that the software will continuously working because you're on a subscription. There's access to other things like online training programs. There's access to the new features whenever they are released, but also you're ensuring the long-term longevity of said product, because by going to subscription, you're making sure that your supplier for that product has the necessary resources to carry on continuing reinvesting into the software development, and on the other side, having people that can support you inside software and train you on it, and keep on going that cycle of development or product development over time. But again, it needs to be worse for your business, your customer profile. If you're relying on a specific software, maybe once or twice a year, maybe then it's not really worth for you to invest in a subscription model software. Maybe a perpetual one or a subscription short term is better for you. If you are heavily reliant on a specific software which needs to work every single week, day, year in, year on out, and you really value the new developments and the bug solving, then definitely looking into a subscription and having a fixed investment on a yearly basis, and then you just budget that in on a yearly basis for you, then it makes more sense if you're running that sort of business. That's it. Hopefully all of this makes sense. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. As I say, there will be pros and cons for a perpetual or a subscription model, dependent on the type of business and the type of customer that you are and that you are running. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to speak to you soon.